What's up, guys? It's Carson James.
This is Kieran Pruett.
This is Joaquin.
And you're watching Disney Channel.
The Wild Card Podcast.
What's up, guys? It's the Wild Card Podcast. You know where Kieran fake laughs in the intro. You mother sucker. But we got one of my best friends, Joaquin,
The man, the
up
myth,
on the
the legend.
podcast. Yep. This
Yep.
is our audio and video guy, personal best friend. Works at the church we go to. Hooks us all up with car problems and all that kind of stuff.
He's the man.
He is
I try.
guitar player, bass player, singer, long hair haver.
Peruvian puff pepper, as we call him.
Yes. This
Yeah,
man
I
is
guess so.
straight from Peru. And yeah, why don't you talk about where you're from, dude? Talk about
Yeah,
you.
sure. So I'm from Peru, beautiful country, South America. I was born in a little town called Ica, south of Lima, which is our capital. Moved here as missionaries to the Hispanic community in Eastern Washington, believe it or not. Usually people from the States go to other countries to be
Right.
missionaries, but we went the other way around.
To the States.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
because
wow,
there
I
was
didn't
a
know
lot
that.
of people that spoke Spanish in Eastern Washington, so that's how we came to the States as a family. And then I went to Carson University, studied music there, and then I got a job here at Dayspring. So
That's
pretty
awesome.
Cool.
That's sick.
So that's
Yeah.
me.
So what all did you, because you always talk about Corbin and how much you loved Corbin. What did you do in
What'd you
in
study?
college? Yeah, what
What-
did you study? Like, what were some favorite things? Like, you talked about intramural sports you played all the time. Like,
Sure.
there's some fun stuff that you did.
Yeah, I went there for worship arts. It's a program that's not now gone, unfortunately. But I went there for worship arts and double major in worship arts and general music because I love music. That's what I did. I loved the community at Corbin. There was a lot of cool stuff going on. I was also part of the worship team for chapels, which
that's
was
cool.
every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I was one out of 3 worship leaders there, so I got to do that.
Did you do it just one day a week or all 3?
No, when I first started, it was just like one day a week, and then we switched.
Right.
And then by my 3rd year, they changed that to you had the whole week. So as a band,
wow.
we had the whole week.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
it was really cool. So we had the whole week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday,
That's a lot of
and then
work.
we were
That's cool.
off for 2 weeks, and then back on. So it was
one do you like more?
it was
Oh,
fun stuff.
gotcha.
I like the whole week because then we have the whole
Some continuity.
continuity to plan the whole week, and then you choose songs
That's
from
pretty
that,
cool.
and then like you do a song on Monday
Like
that you
good
know
rehearsals
people
and
like,
stuff.
people really like, then you can do it again on Friday, kind of thing, and then we have more time also to rehearse because we had 2 weeks that we're not, expected to perform, so we just practice, got it right, and then went out
That's
and did
cool.
it. Yeah, I like that better, personally.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
That's cool.
pretty cool.
What kind of sports and stuff did you do there? Because you played soccer growing up, right?
I did play a lot of soccer in Peru, and then when I came here, obviously I started playing too. Play at high school. Didn't get to play at Corbin. Number one, because I was too busy. As a music student, you have to do a bunch of stuff, a bunch of classes,
I can imagine.
and a bunch of a lot of classes that you have to take. My main instrument is guitar, so I had to take a bunch of special classes just for the guitar, and then they wanted me to get better vocals, which I tried. I tried really hard, but singing is hard.
Yeah.
I can't sing for
and-
anything, so I
It's hard.
understand.
So a lot of classes like that, and then choir and oral skills and piano lessons and all the stuff that we have to take
Wow.
to be able to be
That's
a
a lot of
professional musician.
that's a lot of
So-
classes.
yeah, a lot of classes. But it was fun. I mean, I learned before Corbin, I didn't know any music, not how to read music. I just play by ear. Got to Corbin, I learned how to read music in like a month or so because
Impressive.
of the overload that I had to do. Every class was like, everything.
I've played
so.
music since like 5th grade is when I started playing guitar, and I can't read music. Like, I know what chord charts are, like when it says E minor above the chorus and it, like all that kind of stuff, but
Yeah.
like I can't read sheet music for the life of me. It's garbage.
It's like a different language if you
Yeah.
think
It
about
literally
it.
is
It-
a
it
literal
is.
language.
It's
like,
100% a
yeah, gotta
language.
be.
Yeah, so yeah, it was interesting because I've never
It's ridiculous.
learned that.
In
before,
choir,
so.
I always had my buddy Graydon or somebody else in choir do the what is that called?
Music theory
what?
or something like that?
Well, yeah, music theory, but it's when you like figure out where like do, re, or whatever it is.
Oh, transpose or?
No, not transpose. Solfege.
Oh,
yeah.
solfege, yeah.
I had thanks Riley. I always had other people do my solfege because I can't read it, dude.
Yeah.
I was in like concert choir or whatever it was called. I wasn't in classics, but I was in the one secondary to that. And
Yeah.
it was like no way.
So yeah, you have to
No way
put letters
read
to
it.
the notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's super ridiculous. Well, do you want to draw the first card, Joaquin?
Sure. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Oh, it's upside down. I'm just kidding.
It's not. it is in English, though.
It is in English,
Yeah,
yeah.
it might be a little hard for you, Joaquin.
Right.
It's not in Peruvian.
It's not, right, Peruvian, you son of a biscuit.
Got
Okay. If you were on the death row, what would you want your last meal to be?
Ooh.
I think that's a
You're
good
on
question.
death
I
row.
don't know.
Death row. Last meal.
Last meal if I was on death row.
That's a good question. That's different. Like, there's the question, like, what would you want your desert island food to be? Like that's, I feel like, a totally different question than this. Like, I don't know.
I think I know.
What do you think it is?
So growing up on my dad's side of the family, my grandma Duncan, we call her. For Christmas, she always made crab. Like we would go all the way to the coast and buy crab that morning and bring it all the way back for her to cook all day. She'd cook crab. She made her own macaroni salad. She'd make like shrimp dip and like all this kind of stuff like that. And it was always like amazing. It was like the best like meal I'd have all year, every year.
You look forward to it every year?
It was, yeah, and it's the best. So I think for sure, if I was on death row or something, or knew I was going to die tomorrow, I would definitely want her Christmas dinner for sure.
Christmas crab and shrimp Christmas dinner.
Interesting.
Yeah, it
huh?
is
Such
great.
a weird.
It is very weird, but like
No, that sounds delicious.
It's a cool
it's
tradition,
so
but,
good.
like,
We have
it
clam
sounds
chowder. We
delicious.
used to go clamming every year, and we'd have our own clams. We'd get the crabs from the
From the market.
or whatever. Yeah, down in Newport. Oh my gosh, the logo keeps going off.
Every time.
There we go.
There it goes.
But yeah, and it's just super good, and she's a really good cook. She'd do that and just all kinds of stuff, and she always would add something every year, and it was really fun to sit with, my aunts, uncles, and
There's family.
my family, and it's just good food. So like, not only is it like a good meal, it's like a meal that holds a lot of memories.
Nostalgic.
So it would be really cool to eat that and just like kind of reminisce about, like, oh, I remember this year when I had it and this happened,
Yeah.
or when I got that for Christmas that one year. Or, oh, I remember when when we pitched in to get grandma and grandpa a present or something like that. So like at the same time of it being a really great meal, it would like be a cool way to kind of recap and remember just all the cool things.
Yeah, the good times.
What about you, Joaquin? Do you know?
Oh, man.
This
There's
man loves
so
Panda
many-
Express.
There's so many Peruvian food. Panda Express is the closest to Peruvian food. That's why I eat it so much. Peruvian
so
food,
good.
it's one of my joys. But
My aunt
I
actually grew
am-
up in Peru.
yeah, really,
Yeah.
yeah, its food is
Her parents
amazing.
were missionaries down there.
Oh,
That's
really?
cool.
So she grew
Wow,
up
what do
in
you
that.
know? That's
Yeah.
awesome, dude. Yeah, so I love Peruvian food. That would be my go-to. But I'm a meatarian. I love meat.
He's a meatarian. That's funny.
Yep. So I'll have a big steak. That's
Big
what will
steak.
be.
What cut?
Ah, shoot. It's in New York. New
York steak?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or a
What's that?
T-bone. Actually, T-bone. would
Thick
be
old
good, too.
boy or what? How do you like your steaks?
Medium rare.
Medium rare?
That's what I can hear.
Medium rare.
I like mine well. I don't know.
Of course
man.
you do. You look like the type of person that likes their steaks well done.
I like it medium rare too, but like if I were to cook it, I
just
guess.
won't like my steak to taste like shoe leather.
Well,
or-
for me, if I'm cooking it, I can't cook it good enough to be medium rare. So if I'm cooking it, I'm just cooking it. If I'm ordering it
That
from a
makes sense.
place,
That
I
kinda
would get
makes
medium
sense.
rare because
Yeah.
if
I
I
guess.
cook it, it's either gonna be raw or it's gonna be well. So I might as well eat it cooked.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's I just can't do it. And my hamburgers, I have to have well done, 100% from anywhere.
Actually, yeah. Hamburgers, I would go well done too.
Me and my buddy Ian, we were watching this thing on YouTube, and it was like how to cook a hamburger 32 different ways. And this dude would cook the hamburger, and every time he cut it in half, he'd go, "Oh, that looks great." And the hamburger, I swear to you, dude, was like almost raw. It was so gross. We wanted to throw up. It's disgusting.
It's so gross. We were at a team dinner. We all went to like a restaurant. I'm not gonna say where because I'm not trying to like. Anyway.
Yeah.
But my buddy ordered a well done hamburger and he came out and it was a little bit of gray on the outside and the entire middle was raw. he took a bite and just like spit it out and had to take it back.
I
Like,
can't.
I don't know how you like how do you screw up well done and medium?
I know.
That like and it was rare. It wasn't even like medium rare. It was like rare.
Gross. It's not, dude. If I eat my burger and it moves at me, I'm suing. It's disgusting. If there's any pink in my burger, I'm sending it back.
Wow, you are so uncultured.
So uncultured. No, I'm healthy.
Healthy. Okay.
I don't want no salmonella from a burger.
So, but never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so
What?
why are you gonna?
How do you get? Well, what's salmonella?
Never
Did I get
mind.
it
You
wrong?
won't get salmonella from beef. You will get it from
You can't get it from
chicken.
I'm done.
All right. So what are you gonna?
Now it's just the real podcast. Carson's gone.
Hey,
Now we're gonna start 5, 4.
I'm back, you jerk.
I don't know what I would have. Probably. My uncle used to barbecue the like ribs, super good.
Ooh.
And he just
Shout out Uncle Troy's barbecue.
not him, but yes.
Who's your Uncle Troy? Shout out his barbecue, bro.
My Uncle Troy is not my uncle.
No, I know. I'm talking about your uncle.
My uncle's Robbie.
Shout out Robbie.
Shout out Robbie. He used to make the best ribs, and I think I think about those a lot sometimes. Those ribs are really good.
I
Does it
can
make
I can tell. You guys can see his face.
Yeah.
His eyes lit up.
Yeah.
And he's like just sitting
Just
there
like-
I think of this one story.
Big smile.
like
went
Alex
to-
from Madagascar.
when we saw Marty.
Yeah.
He saw Marty's steak. Yeah, he like the way he did it. It was just really, I don't know. I just have a good memory of like my whole family in his house with it after he got married, and I don't know. It was a cool memory.
I like
don't
that
know.
about food. It's like it's like obviously it's something you eat, you have to survive on, but like they can just something like as simple as ribs.
Food
like,
and
not
fellowship,
simple,
or like they just go
but
ahead
it
and
can it just holds memories too.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, like we have that every year. Or my uncle makes the best things. Like we have awesome barbecues and sit with the family.
Yeah.
That's cool stuff like that. Does he make his own barbecue sauce or like
I don't
rub
know.
or anything
I don't
like
know
that?
what he did.
Oh.
I have no idea. I just remember eating them. I'm like, wow, these are really good. And I only had a couple of times, but it was always like a big thing. With, oh, Uncle Robbie's making his ribs, so
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but like it's always the uncles.
yeah.
It's always the uncles that barbecue,
Yeah.
which is weird to me because
Well-
it's like that's also my cousin's dad, and like I eat my dad's barbecue or something like that, and they're like, oh, Uncle Matt's burgers or barbecue is the best or something like that, and I'm like, what, dude? No,
Your dad's is the
your
best.
dad's is the best. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
That's funny to me to think
Interesting.
about.
Yeah.
All right. Want to pull the next card, Joaquin?
Sure thing.
Send it.
Ooh, what is your biggest pet peeve?
Oh my gosh!
Biggest
Don't get
pet
me started. I have so many. I
My
don't
biggest
have a-
pet peeve is Carson's outfits.
My biggest pet peeve is Kieran's mouth. It just runs and doesn't stop.
Okay. I have no response to that. My biggest pet peeve is people say, grinds my gears. I hate that saying so much. It bothers me.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny. I
Interesting.
think you've told me that before.
I have.
That's
It's,
really
I
funny.
just makes me really uncomfortable when someone says,
Wait! Didn't we do this on the first podcast? I think we did this on the first
we already
podcast.
had this card?
Yeah, I'm down to do it again, though. I don't
Okay.
care.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
listen to the first
grinds my
podcast,
gears.
guys. Yeah. You said that in the first podcast.
Yeah, that's
funny.
it's still my biggest pet peeve.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I think mine recently, I don't know why. I've been driving a lot because I moved, so I've been driving back and forth between the old house and the new house. I hate when people turn, and then when they turn, they go into the other lane they're not supposed to go into. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So turning in like
So,
the closest lane.
Yeah, instead of turning into the closest lane, they turn into the far one. So like
I do that
when I'm on
all
River
the
Road
time.
and I want to turn right on the red, right? Like I've almost gotten in so many accidents because I'll go right on red, but then the person will go in the far lane, which is technically my lane if I'm turning right on red, and then I almost get hit, and then they get mad at me. They look at me like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm doing nothing wrong." I hate
I'm
that.
kind of confused by the situation you just described.
You know what I
A
mean?
little bit.
So when
How are you, if you turn right on red, you're turning into the nearest
So
lane
if I'm
to you.
turning right on red, I'm turning into my nearest lane, right?
Yeah.
But then the cars coming from the other way, they're turning lefts.
Oh, you're talking about when there's 2 lanes.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you
Yes.
meant the cars.
Got
like,
it.
Oh, like
That-
oncoming
Okay,
traffic?
so you're
Okay.
at a 4-way light, right?
Yeah.
So like River Road, you know how there's the Safeway,
Yeah.
and there's the Walgreens, and then there's that fountain, and then there's Jersey Mike's.
Yeah.
So I'm going towards Safeway from my old house.
Okay.
And I take a right to go towards Dutch Bros, right? Well,
Yeah.
the people are coming from Walgreens taking a left to go towards Dutch Bros too. But they only have one turning lane. There's only one turning lane on my side too. But
Oh, I
there's
got
two
you.
lanes
Yeah.
for when you take a right. And then they go, instead of staying in their left lane, they go into the right lane, which is technically my
Yeah.
lane. Anyways,
That
when
makes
people
sense.
do stupid stuff like that, I hate that.
I do that a lot, but when there's no one else around.
Yeah. That's
I always
yeah.
go into the
like it's
whatever
illegal,
lane
but
I'm
whatever.
gonna go. Yeah.
That makes sense.
When it's 1 a.m. and there's nobody, but it's
Yeah.
like then I have to sit there and wait, and for them to be done when I could take a right on a red, and then everyone up behind me is bad. But I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna go because I know some idiot the one time I do it is gonna hit me, and then I'll have no car. Because
Yeah,
if you
a lot
know
of
my
people
car, if it gets hit one time, totaled. It's
Done.
gone. It is done. I will have no car.
Joaquin's fixed it like 6 times.
That's very true.
What's your
is
biggest pet
very
peeve,
true.
Joaquin?
Ooh, man, I have a lot of.
He hates liars.
I don't like it when people don't use it going about cars. Their signal,
Oh yeah, you mentioned
know,
that today.
the
Oh.
turn signals. Like, oh man, it just gets
I'm
me
also
crazy.
notorious
Really?
for not using
Because
my
people-
you got in an accident and someone didn't use their turn signal.
They-
It
yeah,
totally
they
got
didn't
you,
use-
right?
yep.
Messed your backup.
That's one, and just people everywhere. You know, when there's lines
You should tell
merging,
that story.
there's line merging, and they just don't use the signal when there's it's their line that is
Right.
ceasing, so they just go in, or they expect you to let them in, even though you're like right here, and they see the sign. It's like it's gonna merge, and they still try
I
to
hate that.
race you to.
And it's
Yeah.
always
Every
it's
time.
Going
always
over by Fred
yeah.
Meyer.
Yeah, or this one
Or
right
one by
here.
Kaiser
Yeah.
going to the roundabout.
Yeah. Oh, my
There's
gosh.
It's always the dude in the Subarus, in the Civics, or in the Acuras. It's always those three for me, anyways. They're in a stupid
no
WRX. They're in a Civic, or they're in an Acura. What about you, Riley? You agree? Every time. Every time. And then once in a while, there's that stupid dude in the big truck that tries to pass
Yes.
you. I
Yeah.
hate that.
I'm
Get the
more intense than
underglow out from under your truck. Put your truck 5 more inches down since you're 7.5 feet off the ground and go home. I hate that. Underglow in trucks. That's a pet peeve of mine too.
That's another
I
one.
hate
Oh my
that.
gosh.
I don't even know what that means. Like the lights
They
under the
put
truck?
lights
Oh, yeah,
under
okay,
the
yeah.
like the stools or by
steps,
the frame.
yeah.
Yeah. The stools. The stools of a truck. What am I on?
Ladders.
Anyways, but yeah, you know what I'm talking about, like
Yeah,
under the frame
the
or whatever.
steps, yeah.
And then they put it under the wheel wells too, so
Yeah.
their lights light up or the wheels light up. I hate that. It looks so goofy.
I have no problem with that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I don't really care.
You said you didn't like it.
It's just like.
You said you didn't like it.
Huh?
You said you didn't like it.
Sometimes I don't.
Like 3 minutes
Depends on the car.
I just don't like it.
cool.
I think when you open the door and the door shines the logo of the car down,
That's
I think
super
those
cool.
are cool.
I had that in my old car.
Oh, yeah. Okay, tell
Anyway.
the story. Tell the story about your
Oh
car.
my goodness. I don't know if we'll have time. Okay, so I was going.
7 minutes.
7 minutes? Okay.
7 minutes.
So, long story short, I was going home. It was like 1:40ish, almost 2 a.m. I was actually going after church.
Right.
And I was on there's 3 lanes, and one of them is a turn lane. I'm talking about Lancaster. I was going to take a turn to the right. There was a car that was right in front of me when we got out of the bridge. And so he was in the middle lane, which is the right lane on the lanes that go straight.
Right.
So he goes like this, and then I get into the turn lane because I was going to turn turn lane.
He goes like
He
this.
slows
People
down.
can't see him.
Sorry, you can't see me on. If you're
Well,
on,
so
Spotify,
basically-
yeah, you know
Basically,
stuff.
he's coming to pass you, and you're going to pass him. And
Mm.
then you went to take a right, but then he decided to turn, not even being in the turn lane or using a signal.
Yes.
And then just T-bones you.
Pretty much. Well, I hit him. I hit him because he just cuts me off.
Right.
yeah.
Okay, so
And
he just cut you off.
Yeah, he just cuts me off, and I hit him on the rear side,
Right.
rear right side,
And it
and
just
just like
ruined your bumper.
And yeah, and I didn't have the time to stop for anything because I was not expecting him to turn at all.
Yeah.
Dang.
So I didn't stop, and it just
Well,
hit
and
him.
when you're in like a manual car, it's kind of hard to just slam on your brakes. I feel
Yeah.
like, wouldn't it be?
Kind of. Because
I don't know how to drive stick, but I feel
once
like-
you're used to the stick,
Yeah.
you're
You
good.
wouldn't notice
Okay.
it, yeah.
Yeah, it's
I-
just the second
A
nature.
girl at my old high school, the day she got her she got her license like the day, and then the next day she was driving to school. She was driving, and it was last year when I was at West, and she was driving, and there's oncoming traffic, and then the turn lane, and then the right lane, and you have to get in the left lane to turn, like in the turn lane to turn into the school, and she's driving and turns into the school from the right lane and bypasses the turn lane. Like, doesn't even get in the turn lane. And just gets
Oh my
T-boned
gosh.
right before
Ooh.
school, so no one can get into school because you know how it's like at McNair, they get to drive
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
way
yeah.
around. Like at McNair,
Yeah.
there's one entrance or whatever. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of like that at West, except everyone had to drive and funnel into the other entrance.
No, yeah, there's only one.
And so
Yeah.
like school. Everyone was like late to school that day.
Oh
and
my
because
gosh.
this chick who got
Doesn't
a
know how to
license the day
drive.
before, and she had friends in the car.
That's another
'cause they all
thing.
went to Dutch.
When old people drive, I don't hate old people. I hate when old people drive and they suck at it.
I feel like old people should have to take a test once they turn 65.
I think once you turn 50, you should retake your test. And then every 5 years after you're 50, I think you should have to retake your
If you
license
want to get
test.
your Social Security payments, you should have to retake your driver's test.
Oh my goodness.
There's some old people
my
that should
gosh.
not be on the roads.
I
My
agree.
grandpa
I
was
agree.
just trying to drive again. He goes, yeah, I feel like I could drive again. And we hit his keys
Good.
Good.
because he should not be on the road.
Yeah, no, I've almost gotten hit in Kaiser so many times from old people because they'll look right. They'll look to the right side to see if anybody's coming and then pull out and then turn left, still looking right. And then I slam on my brakes and they don't even realize that I almost just
they don't even know how
nailed
many
them.
accidents they cause.
They don't
Yeah.
even know that I almost just hit them so bad because they didn't even look at me or look in my direction. They're turning left, looking back their right shoulder. I'm like, what are you doing?
And if you hit an old person, they're going to die, and then you'd feel horrible because you just hit an old person.
Yeah, true.
You're
But
made
I'll-
out of sand and like sticks.
Yeah.
You're not gonna withstand my truck with no front bumper. Like,
I've got a Chevy Cavalier, but even if I hit you at 20 miles an hour and rock you a little bit, you know,
It's gonna
you're gonna
hurt.
bend in half.
Yeah. There's no chiropractor that can fix you with that old. It's just brittle.
That's true.
Oh my goodness.
You a piece of glass.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Crack, crack.
All right, guys, we're gonna take a break. We'll be
Yep.
back in a little bit. Enjoy some of Riley's music.
Yes,
We'll
sir.
be back.
What's up, guys? It's Wild Card Podcast. We're back with Tony Stark.
Good eye.
Hope you guys enjoyed Riley's music and whatever the heck that just was.
I don't know.
You sound like an Australian.
I know. Yeah, he
Good
sounded
eye.
like a 90-year-old Australian man. That was nuts.
Joaquin put his hair back and is wearing some dope sunglasses now, so he looks like the Peruvian Tony
It's
Stark.
Yeah.
you know, it's time to change the outfits.
You look like a multiverse Tony Stark
Yeah, kind of.
from Peru.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, well,
It's good to be back.
go ahead and draw that next card, my man.
Let's do it. Okay. If you could go to sleep tonight and wake up tomorrow at a different age, what age would you choose?
That's
Interesting.
I only know. Okay, I was about to say some stupid stuff.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I know. I was about to say I only know what it's like to feel younger. That's pretty dumb.
It is pretty. Well, it's true.
No comments.
That's true. But I was gonna say
You're
like
right now is the youngest you'll ever be,
yeah,
and it's the oldest you've ever
I've
been.
ever been. Yep, that's nuts. This is
I just
yeah.
blew your mind, didn't I?
No, I've heard
Oh, my
it 1,000 times before. You're nothing special, Kieran.
Okay. Well, my mom tells me I'm special.
His mom tells
My mom tells me I'm special, but who's Ed, bro?
I got it. Don't worry. I just didn't laugh because I'm so funny.
All right. Anyways, where are we at? If I was, how old would I be if I woke up tomorrow and I was a different age? I don't know. Part of me wants to say 16. Part of me wants to say like little, like toddler little.
That does not surprise me in the slightest.
Why?
You wish you were a baby and everyone could take care of you.
No,
and-
toddler little, like 3 or 4.
Yeah, everyone take care of me and like, mommy, can you feed me? And I want nap
No,
time.
just, like,
and
it-
can
'cause,
you
like-
cut up my grapes because I can't chew them right.
This guy's always got to take it the different route. You answer first then, Kieran.
I was listening to you talk.
Yeah, I know.
As
So
usual.
listen and shut up. I don't know, because it's just like being a little kid. Like, that's something.
Exactly what he just
That's something that everybody wants to, I feel like, experience one more time. Like just being a little kid.
So why are you
Yeah,
upset with my commentary back? It's true.
Of course you wanted mommy and daddy to take care of you. Cut up your grapes.
Was I wrong though?
Yes.
Oh, how?
Because I don't want to be 4 years old to be taken care of. I want to be 4 years old so I don't have to be old.
Why don't you want to be old?
Just because, like,
Because you have responsibilities.
Like, no, well, you're
and
free.
You have to do things
you're
for
free
yourself.
when you're older, but when you're 4 years old, like, I feel like there's nothing more free than that.
Yeah, like
free than
you know
your
what I mean?
parents deciding everything you do.
Well, yeah, but you don't have to. You don't worry about anything.
That's true.
The one thing you worry about is not having to go to sleep. I don't want to go to sleep. That's it. But then when you wake up, it's like the world's brand new again when you're a kid.
That was profound.
You wake up now and it's like crap. Same day, different day, same stuff. You know what I mean? I had to do the same thing I've been doing for a long time. When you're a kid, it's like, oh, what do I do today? You know what I mean? That's a little deep. I feel like that's a little deep.
Sure. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, we can go with that. I like that. That's a great insight, Carson. I appreciate your observations.
All right, what about you? Joaquin.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
man.
not talking to Kieran anymore.
I don't know. I like to
Can you
live.
tell Kieran that I'm not talking to him anymore?
Kieran, he's not talking to you anymore.
Finally.
Cool.
I
Okay.
know. He says finally.
I heard.
He heard it.
Okay, thank you, Joaquin.
He says thank you.
Tell
I was actually telling you.
Tell Kieran
thank
I
you,
Oh,
don't-
he's telling me thank
tell
you.
Kieran I didn't say thank you.
Yeah, he didn't say thank you.
Okay.
All right, so how old do you want to be?
I don't know. I like living in the moment, honestly. Man, I don't know.
That's really
I
hard.
honestly don't know. Because I love growing up, all the stuff that I did in Peru and all the adventures that I did, you know. That's all cool. I love moving here to the States and high school and college and all the stuff. And I love what I'm doing right now, too. So I don't know, dude. Honestly, I just love living in the moment and what God's doing right now. So
I feel like I would just think about if I had more time, like if I wasn't on the spot, I'd think about something that I turned down or something that I did that I wish I would have done differently that has made a big impact on my life. You know what I mean?
I feel like kind of in that
okay.
aspect of like, I feel like right now is an interesting time. Like, this is kind of the time I want to be in. This is the time every kid dreams of, is like, oh, I want to be a senior in high school and like growing up and graduating and moving on to bigger and better things.
Right,
Like,
and it's kind of garbage.
it's not what you expected
Yeah,
as a kid. So like,
it's
when
garbage.
you know, 6 years ago, I would have said right now is what I wanted to be.
That's true.
And so
But
now,
that's, you know, it's weird. 6 years in the future, we're gonna say we want to be this year
exactly.
old.
So
Yeah.
I don't know.
This year's old.
Maybe
I'm
like,
done talking, dude.
legitimately like 2 or 3 years from now, like is where I'd want to be. Like,
Yeah, it'd be crazy to see how your life is, if basically like time travel, if I were to say I want to be 25,
okay.
like would I be 25 doing what I'm doing right now?
Well, you might be.
Shut up. But you know what I mean? Like if I was 25 into the future,
Yeah.
like if I were to travel into the future and I was 25 years old, it's weird
Your
for
life
me
will be
to.
completely different.
Would I have a kid? Would I have a wife? Would I be?
That's a terrifying thought.
It is.
Not
but
for me, for you.
But it's also
A little
comforting.
Carson running around.
But it's also comforting. You know what I mean? Like all jokes aside, it's like, dang, like if like when I'm 25, I wonder if I have a kid. I wonder if I have a wife. Like I wonder if I found somebody.
Yeah.
Like that's really great. Like I don't know. It's just weird.
Actually, Joaquin, Maddie and I were talking about how good of a dad you'd be the other day.
Whoa.
I
Maddie
totally agree.
For what?
I totally
We were talking
agree.
about how good of a dad you would be.
Oh, no.
And
I
he
would
doesn't
not
want a
be.
wife. He doesn't want
No,
a
I
kid.
have
To each
no
their own. But,
patience with kids, no.
oh my gosh, no patience with kids. Then why are you a worship pastor?
It's different. It's worship pastor. I'm not a kids pastor. I'm not a youth pastor.
But you are a youth pastor.
I'm a worship pastor. I'm a
For
worship
youth.
leader. For youth, yeah, because that's where God's put me. But
You don't hate us. You hang out
I
with us
don't
every
hate.
day.
No, I don't hate you guys. No, that's not it. That having my own. I think I will
I
be.
hate kids.
I will be way too demanding of the kid, and he'll hate me. And
Really?
and we won't have a good relationship. It's
I
just
don't think
I don't
I
think
agree
so.
with that.
Yeah,
You
well,
I think he just has way more patience than he thinks.
me. I don't
I've
know.
seen you deal with Carson for so many years. You
I
have
have-
way more
I have
patience
wa-
than
yeah.
you are. Really, Carson,
I've been the person you have dealt with for years. You have
Carson,
the
I've been
patience.
kind of railing on you this whole episode, but I actually like you're a buddy. I like you. I don't want to touch you because like Corona, but like,
Girl-
Shut up.
Oh, I'm sorry. What?
Thanks, man. Love you too.
I've been giving you crap. So
But yeah,
but
no, I agree with you and Maddie. Joaquin, I think would be like an amazing dad.
I was like, I don't know. I feel like Joaquin would be like the fun uncle, and she goes, nah, and she was explaining to me why he'd be a good dad. I was like, yeah, you're right. He would.
Because like
No, I
He's
like
someone
being the
I-
fun
he's
uncle. I'm
someone I
the a fun uncle to my
Yeah.
and my little niece and
Maybe
nephew.
a fun uncle to Carson Jr.
That's true. I will be.
Kieran
and yours too?
Jr.
Yeah.
and Kieran Jr.
Kieran or Maddie Jr.
Maddie Jr.
If that's
You know, that's kind of weird to think.
Yeah.
Like, you always are, like, as guys, you know, like Jason Jr.
Yeah.
or Kieran Jr., Carson Jr. You like,
but it never grows.
what about the girls?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, like, I've never heard of a Madison Sr., Madison Jr., Madison the Third.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's Queen like Elizabeth the Third or whatever.
I guess, but they're also just royal, so of course they're gonna be
Yeah,
like,
those
well,
are
different.
"Hey,
more.
you're Elizabeth.
Yeah.
You're
That's
like-
Elizabeth.
that's the only-
You're Elizabeth." The most unoriginal thing.
That's the only example I can think of females taking their parents' names.
But it's almost because they have to.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
That's
know.
true. It's like a title.
Yeah, it's
kind
not
of.
Yeah.
It's more like a following.
Yeah,
a
I feel like
lineage.
Elizabeth in
Yeah.
Europe or whatever, as far as like royalty goes, it's basically just like manager.
Huh?
Manager.
You know what I mean? Like Queen
I have
Elizabeth.
no idea what you
just
mean.
manager. Like
What?
Like for me, like if I was the manager of the church or I don't know, that's not a business. If I made a,
I need a map. I am lost.
I'm lost too.
Out of the way.
So like
he's talking
Guitar Center,
about.
for example. Let's take a store like Guitar Center, and let's say I'm a manager at one of the stores, right?
You're
Like-
the Elizabeth of the store.
Well, isn't Queen Elizabeth just the manager of Europe?
Well,
Europe. If you are
England,
from Europe,
not Europe.
watching
Whatever.
this,
I don't.
I
I
care.
apologize. We apologize for this guy. If you're from England or the UK, we are so sorry.
If they're from England or the UK, they're not watching me.
Well, we don't know.
yeah, I
We
would.
don't know.
If you are,
in
thank
case,
you.
I hope
in
not,
case
because you just
we are
offended an entire
so
continent.
thankful.
Yeah, I didn't mean to
And
offend
we
you guys.
apologize.
I'm just dumb. I am
My
very
goodness.
stupid.
It's interesting what comes out of your mind. Sometimes I'm just like, oh, okay.
But never mind. Anyways, how old would you be, Kieran?
Moving on.
Like I
You're
said,
going backwards.
Like 2 or 3 years from now, I think is where I like, where you're still
Yeah.
young, you can do exciting things, but like you don't have as many
You
responsibilities.
skip all the BS in a
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where God has me in 3 years.
That's just so weird to think, isn't it?
Yeah. I can't imagine where God's gonna put me in like 6 months from now.
Same.
Yeah.
Literally same.
I have no idea where.
Like
could
1
be.
month from now, it'll be this probably.
Yeah.
So like, but also 6 months from now, that's what I would have said, and I'm still doing the same thing.
Yeah. Wow.
I know. That's what I said. Living in the moment, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really happy where I'm at right now, but like, it's crazy to think. I don't know. Okay, ready for the next
Yeah.
card?
Sure. Let's do it. Last one.
Last card.
We got deep and I got made fun of again.
Oh, let's stop saying stupid things, and you'll stop getting made fun of.
All right, last one. If you became deaf, what sound would you miss the most?
Sound, noise, music.
There's, the first instinct that comes to my mind is, rain on the roof of like an aluminum building, like that pitter patter, just like it sounds like something like a rattle. That's such a cool sound to me. Just rain on the roof.
This is kind of weird, and I don't want it to be weird. I think it would just be my friend's laughter.
Just laughter in general. Like yeah,
Because I feel like that's like one of the most comforting things, is something funny happens, and you and your friends just laugh, whether it's briefly or for like you're just dying for 2 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those
that's
laughs
the best
I
feeling.
love.
I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
I hear you.
ever is like
I hear you.
when something so funny happens, you are crying. Like you and your friends are just laughing so hard it's hard to breathe.
Yeah,
So like, I don't know. That's like
that's good.
music 100% would be it for me, but like that's the laughter thing is like that would be
Yeah,
big, I think
that's-
too.
I heard a quote. The best sound in the world is the laughter of a child,
No.
unless it's 3 a.m. and you don't have a kid.
When you're flying.
That's true, I guess, yeah. Like
Yeah.
when my little brother laughs and stuff like that, like
Just a little baby laughing is like
Yeah.
it's like a really cute sound.
then it's comforting because you know like your sibling or
Yeah,
you know
just someone's happy.
whoever is having a good time as a
joy.
kid.
Yeah, and there's no cares.
Yeah.
Just laughing.
See, that's what I'm saying. I'd be for again. Not because I want mommy to cut my grapes, Kieran.
If you say so.
Oh my god.
I don't know. Have you guys seen Baby Driver?
I have not.
No way.
Yes way.
Have you seen Baby Driver, Riley? Yeah. This is my friend Riley, not editor Riley. But you know how like I'm gonna spoil the movie, so if you haven't seen it, that's your fault. It's 2 years old. So at the end of the movie, this guy basically is a getaway driver for this big heist group that robs banks, all this kind of stuff. And he listens to music constantly. It's all he does in the car when he drives them around, just listens to music. And at the end, he gets in a car crash or a car accident or whatever, and then he goes deaf. And then the last scene of the movie, he has his hands on the subwoofer of the car. That was heartbreaking. Imagine not being able to hear music anymore, and the only way you can connect with music is by feeling the vibration of a speaker. That like makes me want to cry. Music is like too big of a part of my life for me to ever think about not having it, or let alone being able to hear it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, music will be my thing too. Yeah, I just love music.
John Mayer's guitar, Harry Styles' voice.
Oh no,
never mind.
All right, so
I was like, "Dang, Carson, you said something deep," and I appreciate what you said, and then you ruined it.
Yeah.
I got it. I got to do it, bro.
You couldn't go an episode without talking about John.
I got a Carson it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of another thing.
Have you ever been like Carson probably haven't, but like in the woods by yourself, just and like
what is that supposed to mean? I'm just
can't
curious.
See you being like outdoors. I don't know.
Really? I mean, I grew up elk hunting and with a compound bow and all that kind of stuff. But
I don't know. I just can't imagine that. Anyway, like just out there, like exactly like hunting, and you're sitting there in the silence, and there's nothing going around except like a bird chirping.
Yeah, and it's just like white noise, and the wind, like with the trees,
just
and
almost
stuff like that.
Hearing nothing is kind of like a noise, like I would miss, like just the serenity,
just the
and
white
peace.
noise of the, I don't know, the sky almost. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be tough to miss.
There's so many things we take for granted.
For sure.
All the noises, just cars, birds, just the sound of the wind. I don't know if you guys haven't done that.
The wind is very soothing.
Yeah, when you're just like there's nothing and you just feel the wind and you hear it on your ears because there's nothing else.
In your car, do you ever shut your music off and have your windows down and just listen?
Yeah,
I love that.
It's amazing.
Especially kind of at like the cool of the night. And
yes. I love that.
Just the sun's starting to go down, the lights are like starting to turn on.
Like golden hour, roll your windows down and don't listen to music at all. Yeah. It's like, I don't know. It's super mesmerizing. It's cool.
Yeah.
Thank goodness we have ears. Yeah.
I would always miss I'll miss like the sound of basketball bouncing for sure, and the squeak of shoes on a gym floor, or like the ball going through the hoop or hitting the backboard. One of my favorite sounds is sometimes
the swish of a shot.
Yes.
Well, the
just
swish.
clean.
But when the box holding the springs in the back of the rim, sometimes that gets loose. A lot of hoops have it like that. And when you swish the ball through, and then the net flicks up and it hits that box, and it goes and it makes like this ting sound, and like I love that noise. And it only happens once out of so many swishes, and like it's such a great noise of like a thing.
Interesting.
And like you'd recognize it if you heard it.
If you heard it, yeah, it's hard to describe.
It's hard to describe, but I love that noise.
I'm trying to think of something else.
Me being a car guy too, I will miss the sound of engines. Like a good sounding V8 or a V12 or a V10.
Yeah.
Just like, or I love F1, Formula 1, and listening to them and seeing them how they race. It's the sound just like bam, bam. That's amazing. Yeah, I will miss that.
I think for me it would for sure be like my family's voices.
Yep, that's true.
I wonder if they would miss hearing yours.
And I ruin everything? What? I was actually about to start tearing up, and then this dude just
You're
said
welcome.
that.
I saved you. You're welcome.
But, I think my grandma Mary Lou's voice, that tears me up. I don't know if I could go without, hearing her talk to me.
Yeah.
For sure. That tears me up.
Dang, I never thought about that. Not being, I've never lost someone.
Yeah.
I've never, not hearing someone's voice, ever being able to hear it again, that's crazy. You see, people have those videos where, they put, a message in a voice message, in a teddy bear, so when they squeeze it, you hear it again, and, people just start
that
bawling.
That would break my heart. I'm
I've
actually
never,
crying right now.
Or the other way around, when when they put those implants, or they are able to hear for the first time too.
Yeah.
I've seen those videos.
Those are
crazy,
beautiful.
Awesome. I saw one of a husband and a wife, and the wife has never heard before. And
wow.
the first time, she's they were putting the stuff on her ear, and it's can you hear that? Can you hear that? It's just no. And then she finally hears. You can see her because she just startled. Like, oh, what's that? And she's like, can you hear me? It's like, yes. And then her husband from the side is like, I love you. And she turns, it's like, and he sees him. It's like, and she sees him, and he says it again, I love you. And she just loses it, and it's just amazing.
Dang.
Yeah, it's one of those things
That
that you
is
just
awesome.
cannot recreate.
You seen the videos? Like, I mean,
I've seen it with babies hearing their mother's voice for the first time.
Yeah, that's
really?
good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen also the videos where people are colorblind. And like people at work pitch in for their boss or with their coworkers, like these $1,500 glasses for them to wear to see color again. Like there was one at a dentist
My
office or
sister
something
did that
like
for
that.
her fiance.
Really?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah. I can't
'Cause,
imagine,
like,
dude.
I'd rather see black and white and be able to hear. You know
And
what I
not
mean?
be able to hear and see color.
Yeah. Like I'd definitely rather be blind than deaf.
No, I'd rather be deaf than blind.
That's a good question. I'm in the middle. I will rather have both of them.
I can play drums all day blind, dude. I can play drums all day
I can't play
blind.
basketball blind.
Until he loses one stick and then he's done.
Nah, dude. I got a system.
Until the music goes out and you can't watch the people's feet.
Oh, I forgot I told him that. Yeah, so sometimes if the click track goes out, like, my in-ears went out in church a couple weeks ago, and I had no sound. So all I heard was all my drums, just super loud. I knew exactly where I was at in the song, and the only way I knew, like, the tempo to keep, because it just caught me off guard. I just was like, music totally went out of my mind. Because I was like, oh my gosh, this has never happened before. The only way I was able to keep on tempo was by watching you and Chris's foot.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was just, their foot was just
Yeah.
on the ground. That's literally the only way I was able to keep time, and no one said anything. No one said
I didn't even
anything.
know. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. No
That's
one said
amazing.
anything. And then I had to do the one hit, like where I put the drumstick, I put it under my other armpit.
Yeah, I seen you do that.
And
yeah.
then I drum, and then I literally unplugged the monitor, and then plugged it back in, and then it started working.
Yeah.
And then I was a little behind, kind of like where I thought I was in the song, but it was like not enough. And I was like, I was shocked.
Yeah.
Like,
props to you, man. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you another knuckles because I half butted that one.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. Yeah.
Has that been up there the whole time?
I haven't noticed.
I hope not. Well, we for the video podcast, we have our logo up, and it's just every week it just gets worse and worse. More problems happen. I don't know, but yeah, dude, that got deep, then it didn't, and then it got deep again.
Yep. No, that was a good question. Whoever came up with that question.
That's
Very good
from
question.
the youth group, or not youth group, the Bible study.
Oh, cool.
Well done. Thank you. Good question.
Yeah, my grandma, I don't know why, but like very Christian Republican woman. I don't know why this Wi-Fi thing keeps coming up. It's ruining my flow, dude.
Dude, just ignore it. Just ignore it.
But anytime something bad happens, like we'll say, oh crap, or other people say other things, she goes, oh phooey. And it's so funny. And she's done it ever since we were a little kid. So
Joaquin says, oh, you son of a biscuit.
Yeah, he says son of a biscuit. She says, oh phooey. And like, if I couldn't hear him say son of a biscuit, dude, I'd lose it.
He texted it to me, or he texted it the other day, and I was like, oh, that's Joaquin.
Or his laugh. Or
Yeah,
the
Joaquin has a
witch,
great
the witch
laugh.
thing. Do it.
The witch thing?
Yes.
Really?
Do it.
Right now?
I want to have it forever.
Oh my god.
I want to have it forever, Joaquin.
This is just okay. Here he goes.
Yep.
Yes!
Yes.
Oh my
I'm
God.
so glad I got you to do that on the podcast. Oh, that's awesome.
I apologize to my family. that I see this.
He does it all the time in that church when it's dark or something like that. He does it and it scares us every time. But every time we know it's him, it's the best.
Oh, I love scaring people. It's so much fun.
It's the best.
I've done that
When you
to
scared Andrew,
Jeremy,
oh my
to
gosh.
Andrew. If I see you and you think there's nobody else around the church and I'm
He'll get
there,
you.
I'll definitely get
Yeah.
you.
He
It's
scares
my
people,
joy
Kieran.
in life.
I believe you.
He scares people.
It's so much fun.
Carson scared me.
I scare him good.
That was good.
Well,
Yeah, I
This
think
is
we're
really-
about done.
yeah. Any final thoughts, Joaquin?
I guess in all, it's always good to see back on just thinking about when we're talking about, what age would you like to be, is just the memories that go with, or just losing your anything, if you lose any of your faculties. It's always good to look back to to the good times and the things that you've done that you are proud of, and the things that you always want to remember. And there's also things that were bad that made you stronger. You know, don't forget those either, because there's so many things that have changed and changed you, make you for the better through the bad stuff. You know, which is also awesome. So remember the good stuff, just to have a good time. Remember the bad stuff to learn from it, and move on from there and not do the same mistakes.
Absolutely.
But all in all, man, we have a life that is amazing. And even though this coronavirus is crazy, and I know you guys didn't want to talk about it as much, but even though everything right now seems like it's insane, we do have good things to remember. Even if everything else goes by, we still have those memories, which is also cool. So, just this last thought.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
That was
just
You know what's
live
really
your
cool?
life right now.
I want to have that forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's just cool to go back and be able
Speaking
to
of memories, yeah.
listen to him say that.
Speaking of memories, yeah, that's true. That's true.
All right, I think.
Thanks for having me, you guys.
To end the podcast,
Absolutely, thanks,
Joaquin,
man.
we need to hear the witch one more time. And
Oh
that's gonna be the exit. That's gonna be the see you
We need to
later.
make a button for it. So,
Oh
we can just,
my
hit a
gosh,
button, like
a
the easy
soundboard.
button.
All right, Joaquin. Oh, that was Kieran, and that was garbage. That was actually really scary, and he was sitting right here.
Riley gave me a thumbs
Riley
down.
gave him a thumbs down. All right, I'm gonna push the button. Joaquin's gonna do the witch laugh, and then we're out of here.
All right.
And cut.
The Wild Card Podcast.